Pleasant good evening and good day to the world at large. Depends what part of the zodiac you are. Today, my episode will deal with the international community. As I am living in the United States of America, I have lived to see what is taking part. Today, my friends, a little diplomacy can conquer your enemy instead of hostile way of speaking to people. What I observed, the leader of Ukraine arrived at the White House to meet with the President Donald J. Trump, and his Vice President was there. But the conversation that I was looking at, it seemed like the Vice President was the one who's asking all the questions and saying what he feels. Did not give the opportunity to the President to voice his opinion as he should have, but bend down to think what is going on. Why am I saying this? We have the same type of thing in Georgetown, Guyana, where the President Ali cannot speak for the nation, but Jack Neo, Barrett Jack Neo, the Vice President, taking all the headway, speaking on behalf of the nation. Sometimes I ask, what is right? But again, in life you learn every day. I see the news media, and the world at large is criticizing the President of America, Donald J. Trump, for the way the conversation went with the leader of Ukraine, the President. First, to begin with, the Vice President was out of order when he said to the man if he couldn't wear a suit. My friends, the man nation is in turmoil with war. He's not coming to a party or a wedding. He came here to have a little discussion to get the help from America, because he knows that America will be willing to help, but not to be placed in the embarrassing situation that he will ask to leave and escort out of the place, according to information. And I'm going to use a list. Now, I wonder, everybody blaming Trump, but some news is praising him. One have to learn to understand, in the time of pain, suffering, many people react in different terms. But it's unfortunately that the man country Ukraine is in war with Russia. But there is an argument that one have to look upon. Our president is a businessman, not a politician. And he tried to handle the matter as a businessman. Yes. Is he wrong? I will not say that he is. But time will judge us all, and history will reveal who's right and who's wrong. The reason why I'm saying that, he made some suggestion to the leader of Ukraine about the mineral resources. According to information, it's alleged Russia already taken a part of it, and our president negotiating because America have to give billions of dollars of ammunition and maybe money to fight Russia. But our president wants to bring peace. And yes, I don't blame him in that way, because everybody wants peace. He talked about third world war. It could get out of hand and that can happen. But there was something one have to look upon. When a man is drowning, even if he's a king, or he's somebody great, you cannot ask him while he's drowning to save his life that you need his throne. It's totally unfair. You might as well leave him to die, because he'll come to you for help because he believes in you and he believes in the nation that you are ruling. And now what goes on, the meeting didn't go too good because due to maybe languages, and he speaks a different language and he knows English as much as we know. And I sit and I listen and analyze it carefully. I think he was told by the Vice President that he came to Washington or he came to America once and he was backing the Democrat. If I hear right, I can use allege. But what the Vice President should know, whether he was backing the Democrat or an independent or a Republican, he was backing an American citizen who he feel and respect can help Ukraine to get out in the disaster they are in, instead of he go to China. But to make a long story short, a drowning man will try anything. But the embarrassment, a country who happens to be the police of the world, a country that was involved in many countries of dictators to overthrow them, and they have a right. From the Arab Peninsula, some African nation, Latin South America, and yes, America have a right, because we will not stand for communism, we will not stand for dictatorism. But the way it sounded the other day, it seems like we are stepping into that direction. Especially in a time when somebody is in need, fighting for the safeness of the nation. The first thing we say, you owe us millions of dollars, and it must be paid back, because nothing is free. And America wastes a lot of money internationally. According to the news, and it's alleged, we give millions of dollars for condom to be used in Palestine. Maybe they used it, maybe they didn't. Waste money. Just not to create a bigger population so friends of ours can get the upper hand. And since knowing that that was not being used, we go into a war and start to annihilate them. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a God. He will judge us all. Rome fall, England fall, France fall, Egypt fall, the great Pharaoh Nebuchadnezzar, Hitler fall. I hope to God that we are not living in this civilized time to see that we are taking that same part, because we will defend this country regardless of the consequences, because those countries that collapse was dictatorism that create the environment causes them to lose and fall. But America believes in democracy. Go to the poll and you win. But the difference from a politician and a businessman is like a mile apart. A businessman is here to make money and to embed his people and make them happy. While a politician will hug you, shake your hands, and lie to you, but Trump was blunt. Take it or leave it. One will ask, is this the world we are living in? Then, I heard so many things from critics. He went to Israel and said he will take Gaza. And they say he will build all kind of things and they will get work. But he's a businessman, not a politician. Then he says he wants Greenland. And they're talking about it. Then he says he changed the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America. People are saying that is a part and an appetite of a dictator. But history and time shall and will judge it. We are not here to judge the man. He may know something that we don't know. I'm not defending. I like to be open-minded. Not like in Guyana, Africa, India, and many third world countries where the voice of the leaders have to go forward and not a debatable subject. And I will deal with Guyana. 1966, the 26th of May, we were granted independence from Great Britain. But when I said we, who are really the Guyanese? The Portuguese joined with the blacks and get independence. We feel it was the way to come out of Britain and to be on ourselves, to develop and do what we want to do, choose who we want to trade with and who we want to mix with. Unfortunately, Burnham was a dictator, but he was schooled and encouraged by Cheddi Jagan. People may not like to hear this. And Guyana suffer because it becomes a racial nation because Burnham happens to be from the African descendant. And there was a problem with the Indians and the African descendant in the 61 or 62. They call it, I think it was the 13th of the month, they call it Black Friday. Friends, nobody that you will kill, rape the family, kill them, and those who escape will forgive you. I don't care how long you live. Okay? It will always be in their mind what you have done. Some people will arm themselves and fight back. Some people will leave you to God. But then, God wronged the world and saved it. Nobody hit him. Nobody raped him if he's a woman. Nobody do these things. But we are human. We are here temporary. We have a right not to discredit people, embarrass them, insult them. We have a right to try to communicate and work together for humanity. Not friends and family like what happening in Guyana today under the PPP government, under the PNC, and then formed with AFC and called themselves ACNU with WPA and others. I have seen what is dictatorism. And when you speak out against a politician in third world countries such as Guyana, they use it against your family if they don't get you, like Kemrat Ramjatan and Nagamutu. But so help me God, not everybody going to leave some people to God. Some of us are preparing to send them to meet him, or even hug them up and go with them so we could meet him together. What is there to live for when you cannot live in peace? And you believe in God and you begin forgiveness, but every day you've been attacked. You've been locked up wrongfully, beaten, naked as you're born. Fire was put to kill you. Will you forgive the man or woman that caused that? Ladies and gentlemen, preachers told me, and I am a preacher, vengeance is the Lord, said the Lord. But his son came and said, do unto others you like them do unto you. So my argument is, we tried the black race in Guyana. It was racism all the way through. 90-something% of the civil servants was all blacks. What happened to the East Indian? What happened to the mixed race? What happened to the few Chinese and Portuguese? And what happened to the native sons and daughters of the bloody country that the great-grandchildren of Africa and India rule and exploit them? And you call it on God, and you all are condemning Donald Trump. Trump is talking as a businessman and a president to save his country. And yes, he knows the game, because many people take loan and keep it and buy a house in foreign country, like most Africans. Mugabe have 3-4 palaces, it's alleged, in England. Some of them now going to Qatar, some going to whatever Qatar. But there is a time it called justice will prevail. So the time we are taking and others are taking to condemn President Trump, take a mirror and have a good look and watch what you are doing to your people in third world country such as Guyana, Africa, India, Pakistan. what they do to Donald Trump, try to kill him, try to jail him. He has surpassed them. So if you people cannot see that the Supreme Being, God Almighty, is on his side, because I don't think the devil would want to give a man a chance to come back to save his enemy. With all the allegation. But if it was a third world country, plenty of people would have been in jail or they wouldn't have found them because they would have run away. Imagine, in Guyana, I speak out against the political hypocrisy in Guyana from the AFC. Ramjatan was given security minister. He locked up my son. And he told me in a telephone conversation, his investigator said my son pled guilty to the charge when all the cameras were the black police want bribe, and because they didn't get it, they hide it and charge my son. But so help me God, we are going to get justice. Even if it means we have to die. Like the sloth said to the tiger, I am slow, I am not a fighter, but if you try to grab me, I will hug you, we will both die together. Friends, you people in Guyana better wake up. You live in Queens, you live in Brooklyn. Keep out of American politics because you are dirty by supporting dictator Burnham and others. Take Desmond Hyde was a wonderful man. Take David Granger, another man from the African descendant. It's alleged he stated to many young black boys in prison. Did he release any other race? Did he release a few of them? Tell me. Racism, you have to understand, will never go out. It's like religion. Everybody religion is better and they fight over it. And every race, the black race out of Africa, blamed the white man for slavery when you yourself was worse than the white man for slaving people in Guyana and in the Caribbean and in Africa where you are ruling today. And in India. And when they talk, you jail them and kill them. But you condemning the European. You condemning Donald J. Trump. Sometimes I think you must take the filth out of your ass before you try to tell the man that his party stink. Think of it. Trump is a businessman, ladies and gentlemen. He's thinking for the rights of his people. Politicians shake hands and lie. They hug and think their priests are corrupt. Some fly-by-night priests, 10% when the money should be given to the poor. Some priests got big house, fancy car, plane, helicopter, and only God and Jesus talk to them. And the congregation are crying out for help, and the last penny they're giving to the church. Heartless people. But Trump's intention is to make America great again. So he's negotiating for the mineral resources of Ukraine because of billions of dollars of American taxpayer money was given to help in the war. I would not blame him. And not everything he will do is right. The politicians who know it all could end that war, end the war in Israel, but they keep on shutting their mouth until he comes. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, the time we take to condemn Donald J. Trump, condemn your leader in your own country. We are living in the America, like many of you from the other country. And yes, for the Americans who don't know their history, some will humiliate us. We come to take their job. We come to get rich. But little do they know, their government helped to overthrow a lot of governments in the Caribbean, South America, and other parts of the world. But we cannot blame Trump for the mistake of what the past leaders them have done. Our own leaders is responsible. Then someone told me, Trump told the Guyana president, it's alleged, he will help Guyana against Venezuela, but he needs the oil. Now I think Donald Trump should take the whole country. Because you Indians don't belong to Guyana, and you black people. It's another Indian country. Did Africa come to help Guyana? Bono was helping ANC. Did India came to help Guyana? No, friends. When Arthur Chung was president, a relative of mine, China gave $800 million. Did they get it back? No. Bernard was the richest second black man in the late 70s, coming in the 80s. But now you hear members of the PPP, they're all thieves. It's alleged. That's what you're hearing. But nobody wants to study whether a man thief a penny or a dollar and one thief a billion, they're all thieves. It shouldn't happen. So before we do that, let's stop the nonsense and work together for humanity. Get in Guyana a national-run government that will solve the purpose of the people and let every Guyanese come home, and all the illegal that the Americans putting out, we can take them, but we have to make laws. No religious conflict, no racism, and if you get one warning and you continue, a free flight will be given to you and your immediate family to whatever country you use the restock for. That's the only way we can accomplish humanity, peace, love, and work together in this world to achieve the goal. Because we are temporary, man. Why fight and kill each other? Why lie? Keep religion out. Keep color of skin out. Because I have trouble in this world. I'm still looking for a white man and a black man. I ain't see them yet. Because if you get them, you have to get red, green, blue, purple, pink, yellow. Are your people not waking up? Let the world change and give the young generation a chance. Support Donald Trump or whatever he do, and let's go forward and make the world a better place. Thank you.